we humans are stories. Stories are so relevant in my family as well. Famous Italian writer and storyteller Gianni Rodari said that fairy tales are the place for all hypotheses. So I do believe in the power of fairy tales. And as a father of of a 5-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old boy, I daily experience the power of stories and of fairy tales. So today I will share with you the story of the Learning Ecosystems trilogy. The story of the trilogy that I'm about to tell is not exactly a brand new Star Wars trilogy, but it truly is about diverse communities coming together for shared goals, about facing scary challenges, about Jedi wisdom, and about courage and solidarity. The story of the trilogy is either the story of the Three Little Pigs, but it truly is about three little reports, about experiencing fear, brother and sisterhood, peer support, and building resilient infrastructures to face adversities. The story of the Learning Ecosystems trilogy is about a powerful team of humans that could be the NetEDU world musicians, different in size, in age, in gender, in country, and continent, and with diverse talents and expertise, but sharing a strong belief and commitment around the idea that our siloed and fragmented educational systems were at the top of their development potential and no longer capable of empowering learners and whole communities to flourish in our complex, inequitable, and threatened planet. They argued that we couldn't face complex challenges in isolation, and we needed to start bringing people together for further development, connecting human views, ideas, disciplines, organizations, communities, and powerful stories that remain isolated and locked in castles, just as isolated as Rapunzel. Initially, the team learned from masters and magicians of old and sought out their ancient texts and sought out the master weavers of the current age, scattered across different communities around the world. All of them persevere and nurture this knowledge as the Tao tribe protected their traditions near Sun Moon's lake. Master weavers that deeply understood the theory and practice of Ubuntu and the art, bringing people together into ecosystems for deeper learning and human flourishing, and some of whom are amongst us today. The team read their stories and discussed them. In some, these leaders had the magic power of clearly seeing the rich possibilities of human connection beyond existing silos as the essence of human being and human growth, and also were masters of creating the relational conditions for people to come together and truly dialogue, exchange resources, and articulate new visions and practices. These wise leaders were able to see what was invisible to the eyes of many and to create what was essential to all our hearts, caring and resilient relationships for enhancing learning and flourishing for all. But the story shares that what was crystal clear for them was totally blurry for the majority of leaders elsewhere, who struggled to see the richness beyond their own isolated castles within the formal educational system. Thereby, they were so focused on rebuilding their own castle walls, the doors, the bathroom, the kitchens, the norms, and also training and renewing the house workers. And as the lonely giant and his isolated and lifeless garden, these leaders avoided the discomfort of unknown experiences and ignored the potential of new relationships for the learning and flourishment of everyone within the castle, and in turn, the flourishing of the whole castle. So the team started to work in the design of a tool to support these leaders to become master weavers for learning and flourishing. One sunny day in the north and cloudy in the south, the team started to collectively work early in the morning with no pause, conversing with many of these masters and resonating with a rich network of wise humans. Almost at the stroke of midnight in the east and late afternoon in the west, they finished an initial solution, a new prototype of a 7 dimensions smart glasses that once worn helped leaders to zoom out transcending silos, shift the lens to see different perspectives of the ecosystem, and clearly visualize paths for connection between organizations, weaving humans together for collective learning purposes. And finally, to recognize the conditions needed to fertile relational growth. So we ask leaders and funders from around the world to initially test the glasses and share some feedback for improvement, and we received relevant input. Some of them were excited about the possibilities offered by such a cool, culturally responsive classes, enabling leaders to identify and activate growth areas that can systemically strengthen their ecosystems for greater flourishment and learning. But others asked, are these classes run by artificial intelligence? Will they tell leaders and government exactly what to do? Will they enhance educational achievement? Will they support digital education development? Why should school leaders use these classes? Actually, the classes were not run by artificial intelligence. In contrast, they were designed to foster human and collective intelligence, understanding the power of diversity and collaboration for flourishing. Also, they hope to support the wider learning ecosystem to achieve lifelong holistic learning and flourishing outcomes, including but not restricting to academic achievement. And digital education was a prominent interdependent dimension of the learning ecosystem lens. Thus, the feedback helped the team to plan next steps and immediately started to consciously work on two new versions of the glasses. One specifically targeting school leaders' vision to transform the school cultures from the micro level, and a second one targeting government leaders' vision to contribute to the wider change from the macro level. That same rainy day in the north and sunny day in the south, the team started to collectively work early in the morning with no pause, conversing with many of these masters and resonating with a rich network of wise humans. Also, at the stroke of midnight in the west and early morning in the east, they finished the two initial prototypes of the adapted 7-dimension smart glasses. One pair of glasses was intentionally adapted for school leaders and the other for government leaders. Once developed, we tested them, and diverse leadership teams in the 5 continents wore them for a whole year and help us to refine and improve the 7D glasses. First, the school leader glasses help school leaders from around the globe, not just to visualize, but also to hear, feel, and resonate with the whole school community in a deep way. The adapted lens also offered a comprehensive and informed view of the learning and flourishing conditions, taking into account the voice of the whole community of students, teachers, leaders, parents, staff members, and community collaborators. Along the year, we gathered initial results. The glasses played a significant role in elevating the standards of holistic learning and well-being, resulting in a deeper sense of belonging around the school community. The glasses still, as some users expected, didn't solve problems automatically and didn't directly improve academic achievement rates. In turn, engaged the whole community and showed leaders systemic priorities for school, lifting the collective resilience of the whole ecosystem. Second, the government leader glasses help leaders from educational governmental entities to visualize, map, hear, feel, and resonate with diverse groups of stakeholders in a deep way. The adapted lens also offered a comprehensive and informed view of the learning and flourishing conditions, taking into account the voice of the whole group of influential learning stakeholders. Along the year, we gathered initial results. The glasses played a significant role in integrating learning resources at the micro, school, meso, district and regional, and macro, national, continental levels for SDG achievement. Also, enhanced connection, communication, and collaboration between learning stakeholders, allowing new conversations and new possibilities to discuss, disagree, co-create, and collaborate. Finally, it allowed leaders and governments to connect data sources and lead holistic data-driven decision-making for SDG 4. The glasses, still as some users expected, didn't solve problems automatically and didn't directly improve academic achievement rates. In turn, allowed leaders and learning stakeholders in the region to see, hear, and feel the whole picture of possibilities for connecting and collaborating with for SDG. As the story comes to an end, it must be said that the NetEDU musicians were grateful and honored for such a journey, but very much exhausted. Researching, weaving, and dealing with weavers in a fragmented world is ever tiring work. So they came together to celebrate, dance, ate wonderful food and drinks, and finally rested to continue the journey happily. Soon they came together again and collaborated to shape the story that now has been told, coming alive as an invitation to all of you to come enjoy the band. We have shared a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but our story is not at an end. There is more to discover and more to create. So we invite you along, our friends.